Hello everyone, welcome once again to Teach Yourself Maths. Today we are looking at Lesson 9, Solve Multi-Step Word Problems. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to add and subtract different forms of numbers. Okay, so let's get started by looking at examples. But before we look at any example, I want to introduce you to this topic, what you need to know. First, you must learn how to read and understand the question. Second, you must know when to use plus or when to use minus. For example, if you have something, you have, it belongs to you, it is plus. When you make payments, for example, you pay for money, you pay for what you've bought. Like for example, let's say father gives you 200, okay, you have this money with you and you decide to go to the shop to buy ice cream that costs 50, for example. You will make payment for this 50, okay? So the money you have will reduce. It will no longer be 200 because if you use the 200 to pay for 50, you will now be left with 150. Okay, so now you can see why we have used minus. Also, another one is, for example, you say end. Let's say you end money, the money you made, or someone gives to you, something like that. So it's going to be plus. So you should familiarize yourself with some of these words that tells you if it is plus or minus. So now let's go straight to example 1. So we have the cultural club had. So in this case, that means you have the money. So that's like plus. So that's why we have first year 360, okay, in their account. At the competition, they end. So look at the word end. Like I said, you end it, so it's going to be positive. So that's why we have plus 472. Afterwards, they had to pay. So now you made a payment of what you needed. So that is negative 75 to rent the stage and 102 for the rental equipment. So these are payments made, so that is going to be negative. So now we have last, how much is in their account now? So very easy. So this is what you have to do. So to do this, you do it step by step. That is why it is a multi-step, one after the other. So let's do this two first. That is what you have in step 1 by adding 390 and 472. So don't forget how we do our addition. Start from the ones place. So first is 0 and 2. So we have 0 plus 2 will give you 2. The next place value, 9 plus 7 will give you 16. You write 6, the last digit. The remaining 1, you take it to the next place value, where you now have 1 plus 3 plus 4, and that's going to give you 8. So this is the answer you've gotten. Take it to this up part, so you have 862. Now you have done 390, you've done 472. What is left now is minus 75. So we have it here, 862 minus 75. So do this, don't forget, start from here. 2 minus 5 is not possible. Go to the next door to borrow 1. I borrow 1 from 6, I'll be left with 5. The 1 I borrowed, I put it here, it becomes 12. So 12 minus 5 gives 7. Next, we go to the next place value, 5 minus 7, not possible because the number on top is smaller. Go to the next door, borrow 1 from 8, you are left with 7. The 1 you borrowed, you put it here, it becomes 15 minus 7. And that is going to give you I want you to try. 15 minus 7, that is 8. Very good. So lastly, we have 7 left. So this is the result. We have 7, 8, 7. So you take it up here again, 7, 8, 7. So now we can do the last one, 102. So do 7, 8, 7 minus 102. We have 7 minus 2, 5. 8 minus 0, 8. And 7 minus 1, 6. So we have the answer 685 in the box. So this is what the it this is what is left. Okay, 800 and 685. All right, so if you check as an estimate what we have here, 400 plus 500, that you can do 4 plus 5, that is 900. So 900 minus 100, remove 1 from the 9, that is 800. 800 minus 100, remove 1 from the 8, that is 700. So this is close to the actual amount, which is the actual amount is 685, which is close to 700. Alright, we're gonna look at another example. Pause the video, try to solve it by yourself. Afterwards, play it back to see if you are correct. So, before I solve this example too, let me explain to you what is called a variable in mathematics. For example, if I draw a box here and I say plus 5 equals 7, the question will be that what am I going to put inside this box such that when I add it to 5 I will get 7. I'm very sure you can easily know that it's going to be 2 because 2 plus 5 will give 7. The same way, if I draw a box and I represent it by x and put plus 5 is equals to 8, what is going to be the value of this x such that if I add it to 5 I must get 8? Of course, if you think that's going to be 3, 3 plus 5 will give you 8. Therefore, you can say your x is equals to 3. So in this case, this x depicts what we call a variable. It's just a symbol. Any letters of the alphabet can be used. In mathematics especially, most times they can use x or y or z. It can even be b or a. Any letter can be used to depict a variable. Take note. So now, let's go to this next question. 20 people got on the bus. So like 20 people entered the bus, so we now have 20. So write your 20 out at the first stop. At the second stop, 14 people got off the bus. So 14 people had to, let's say, get out of the bus. Okay, so that's 14. So definitely the number of people left in the bus will reduce, so that you have to put minus. So that's why it's minus 14. And 5 people got on the bus. So we have again 5 people entered the bus. That is plus. It has increased again. Okay, let's see. At the third stop, 2 people got off the bus again. So off the bus again, 2 people, which is minus 2. And some people got on the bus. Now in this case, the number is not specified. It only says some. So we don't know the number of people. It only says some. So the best thing here is to use a variable to represent that sum. So in this case, we have used b. Okay, now we have, then there were 24 people on the bus. So in total, what we have left is 24 people in the bus. So that's why we put equals to 24. So quite easy. So next, you do it step by step. So we do for 20 and we do for 14. So that's 12. Step 1, 12, 20 minus 14. That's going to give us 6. Take the 6 up here. Next, let's bring plus 5. 6 plus 5, 11. Put your 11 here. Next, you go with the next one, minus 2. 11 minus 2 is 9. Take your 9 up. In this case, we have plus b. We don't know b is now equals to 24. So we have 9 plus b. If I put something here, equals 24. Now I ask you, what am I going to put inside this box such that when I add it to 9, the number will give me 24? If you think it can only be 15, therefore your b is 15, because 15 plus 9 will give 24. So b is 15. So 15 people got on the bus at the third stop. Let's quickly take a look at this guided practice. So we have Algebra Botina had 15. So of course, write your 15. I have the money. She made money again. She earned 20. So that is why it's going to be plus 20. Then she bought an item, so you have to pay for the item. Your money will reduce, so that's minus 8. The question says, how much money does she have left? So quite easy to do this. So you can do it step by step. So if you decide to do 15 plus 20 first, that's going to give you 35. So next you can do 35 minus 8, and that's going to give you 5 minus 8, not possible. Borrow 1 from 3. I have 2 left, so you have 15. And the 15 minus 8 is going to give you 7. So this is 27. So I have 27. Write an equation to solve the problem. Yeah, easily you can just put 15 plus 20 minus 8 is equals to a variable, you don't know it yet. So if I use x, for example, where at the end of the day we've gotten x to be equals to 27. Alright guys, so that's gonna be the end of today's lesson. I'm gonna see you in another lesson. Bye bye.